Today's vaccine is Video Games in Addiction by K1 Moan. Like, the link to the video will be in the description below. Go in second match. So let's get into this vaccine. 3, 2, 1.
Off to the gym to record the last part of my content for my transformation video, and I thought I'd quickly just go over how I managed to beat my video game addiction. So a little bit of backstory. So
Video game addiction is really tough. Yeah.
When I was about 6 years old, that's when I first had my first experience with video games. So
Wow, really?
when I lived with my single mum, she got me a Game Boy Advance, and that had the game Pokemon Fire Red on it. That's the first game I ever played. That must have been back in 2010. So quite a while ago now. And because I had undiagnosed Asperger's at this time, which is a form of autism,
Yeah.
Pokemon and like the whole like video game world just immediately grew on me.
Yeah.
Because it was like it's a way for me to be creative, and I really enjoyed that. And then fast forward a few years, I remember playing Mortal Kombat and GTA. I think it was GTA San Andreas and Mortal Kombat on the PS2.
Yeah.
This is when I was like 9 years old, so it wasn't really the, I guess, suitable age range at the time.
It's true because you can be addicted to a video game, yeah.
But that was a part of my video gaming journey.
Yeah.
And then probably until I was a teenager, I was just on and off playing Nintendo DS and Xbox 360. And I wasn't really addicted to video games then. It was just like a way for me to kind of just have some alone time, and I don't know, kind of cope with being in foster care, because foster care left me quite isolated, so I had a lot of time to myself. So video games were kind of like a way for me to enjoy my time.
Yeah.
But my video game time was heavily restricted in foster care. I was only really allowed like 1 or 2 hours a day. I wasn't allowed to like stay on it all day.
Wow.
But that changed back in, I think, 2016 when I got my PS4, and that's when I became a total recluse, because I had access to online games then. Before I was playing primarily offline.
Yeah.
On my DS and Xbox 360. I didn't have an internet connection, so it was a lot harder to really get sucked into the video game world as much.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I got my PS4 when I was 14, I started playing online games, and that really ruined me because
Really?
before I was 14, I was still playing games, but I was outside a lot of the time. Between the ages of probably about 11 to 14, I was constantly out. Like when the sun was out, I was out. I was constantly like going in the forest, playing tag, going on my bike, all those things, innocent like childhood things. And then when I got my PS4, everything changed, like I said. So I just spent, this was when Fortnite came out, by the way, so this was season 1, chapter 1, season 2 of Fortnite. So this was back in, I don't even know, December 2017. So I started playing a lot of Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Obviously, this is my first online game I properly played, and the ability to just like play with my high school friends and connect and chat in the parties was just like crazy to me at the time. A lot of teenagers have already experienced this at their point in their life, but for me, it was a brand new thing, and because I was so old, I don't know, I got sucked into it a lot more, I believe.
Yeah.
Overwatch was a big one too. I played a lot of Overwatch. That was a main game that I got stuck into. I think I had about 500 hours on Overwatch. Nah,
Wow.
definitely more than that. Probably like 1,000 hours on Overwatch.
Wow, that's
Probably
a lot.
Fortnite about 2,000 hours. So
Wow,
it's a lot
that
of
is a
time
lot.
wasted.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
I honestly believe that video games are a waste of time.
Yeah.
Now I've got older. I wouldn't say I was addicted to them, but it was also a case of having too much free time. I
Yeah.
didn't have anything else to do with my time rather than play video games. Well, I didn't
Yeah.
think I did. That's the thing. I thought as a young child I had nothing else to do, so I just used to play games for up to about 12 hours a day, usually in like 6-hour block sessions. So I'd really hyperfixate on a game and play it for a ridiculous amount of time until I got bored of it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the story of my life. I like to hyperfixate on things because of my Asperger's. It's just a normal thing that comes with it. But now I decided to hyperfixate my attention onto, I don't know, I guess more productive and I guess things that aren't as much of a time waste as video games. So honestly, I'm now like hyperfixating on the gym, hyperfixating on improving my life instead of kind of just wasting them playing video games. And a lot of people like to say that video games aren't a waste of time because like time enjoyed isn't time wasted. But I don't really believe in that because like you could play video games for 12 hours a day and enjoy it, but that is time wasted at the end of the day because you're eventually going to set yourself up for failure. Like when you're 14, you can play video games for 6 hours a day, but you can't do that when you're 18 or 19 or 20 because there's guys out there that are using that time to be more productive and, I don't know, build discipline, and they're eventually going to outwork you and be more successful than you. Because you like to see online like famous people and successful people playing video games, and a lot of people like to use that as a justification for their own addictions. So they're like, oh my god, Elon Musk plays Elden Ring, that means I can play Elden Ring. Like, no, it doesn't make sense. I bet he didn't play video games at all when he was starting up his businesses because he was so busy. And you got to realize that most of these things are a publicity stunt. Like, do you think like Elon Musk plays video games for 4 hours a day? No, it's just to get attention, just so he seems more relatable and likable. So yeah, don't compare yourself to others. That's what I used to do. There's this YouTuber I used to watch called Polosaurus Rex, and he used to play a lot of video games. Well, he does play a lot of video games. It's pretty much his job for YouTube. And I used to think that, because he does that, I can just do that and I'll be successful like him. But that wasn't the case. I was kind of stupid thinking that. But really, what ended my video game addiction was finding other things to do with my time. Because it's hard to explain, but once there's a point in your life where your opinions will change drastically on life and progress in general, and what are your priorities. And that's happened fairly recently. I find it really, really hard now to even like consider wasting any amount of time, whether that be through watching TV or just sitting around doing nothing. I'm always trying to constantly do something and push my body to its limits so I can get the most out of what I have now, because I'm grateful for the body that I've built and the energy that I have now, and I don't want to waste it. And so when I'm older, I wish I did more earlier. So that'll eventually come in your life. So if you're struggling with a video game addiction now, all I suggest is just trying to pick up a new hobby and just let time do its thing, because I never forced trying to quit video games. It was never like a quit thing where I had to like quit for 30 days or force myself to quit. It just naturally happened over time. I just naturally kind of got bored of video games, and my whole attitude to life changed. So just give it time, and I think that if you're dealing with any addiction right now, time heals everything. So yeah, you're probably most not even likely addicted to it. You probably just have nothing else to do with your time, or you just feel unmotivated to start something. So just kind of try and find your purpose for a while. And yeah, that's kind of really what I have to say on that topic. Kind of like a waffling topic, but yeah, I kind of need to get these daily uploads out before I upload my transformation video, because I can't wait to do more edited videos, but it's kind of hard while having a part-time job and being a student. But yeah, there you go. Cheers for watching.
Wow. Yeah. It's so really true. Yeah. That was Video Games in Addiction by K1 More. The link to the video will be in the description below. Go and check them out and drop a like if you like, and comment down below if you want to see more reactions like this one, and subscribe if you're new, and click the bell to be notified when I upload in the month. Bye. Wow.